I still can't swim. Want to know the reason? Here's why. So, when I was about 8 to 10 years old, I don't really remember exactly, my family and I went to a water park. And my cousin, who's basically like my sister, came along too. And my parents were there only to accompany us and watch over us swimming. Since we were pretty tall for our age, we went into the adult pool, but only stayed in the shallow area because we still couldn't properly swim back then. Then, we saw a big rentable floaty and asked my mom if we could get it. And my mom agreed, because why not? It was hot, sunny, and bright that day, and we had a lot of fun together. And after some time, we decided to relax and chill on top of the floaty together. We didn't realize that it started to drift away from the shallow area and had gone to the deepest part, but we didn't really care that much. Meanwhile, my dad, who had just gotten a new phone, was busy checking out its features. My mom, who was also curious, um, helping him figure it out too. Note that smartphone was the peak of technology back then. And after some time, I got bored of just sitting on top of the floaty. So I decided to hop off without telling my cousin. But I didn't realize how steep the pool got. And as soon as I fell, my feet weren't touching the ground. I struggled to keep my head above water and tried to get back up again, but the floaty kept slipping away, and I was only splashing around panicking. Note that my parents were still too distracted by their phones, and my cousin noticed that I was gone. Since she also didn't know the pool was deep either, she jumped in too. And now, both of us were drowning.
Oh my
Great
god,
teamwork, right?
bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
I remember seeing some swimmers nearby in a proper swimsuit. They were practicing underwater. My cousin even tried to
Boy, what
hold
the hell, boy?
onto one of them, but I don't know if the swimmer noticed that we were drowning or just thought, "Why is this kid bothering me?" Eventually, the man who rented out the floaties jumped in and saved us. I had already given up at that time. Like, I think this is how I die. But I guess God gave me another chance. I still don't know who lured him though. Maybe the swimmer, the watcher nearby, or maybe even the renter guy himself. But it definitely wasn't my parents. So when we got out of the water, we were both crying. Like, dude, it was so terrifying. We genuinely thought we were going to die. My parents were shocked and quickly handed us towels. Then he thanked, then she thanked the renter guy for saving us. Everyone around us was staring, and it was kind of embarrassing, terrifying, and kind of sad. I don't know. Um, what's this? Oh,
Boy, what the hell, boy?
so after that, I never really went back to the water park again, and I still can't swim to this day. But I still occasionally swim in shallow water. Shallow water, though. I don't know if that's some kind of trauma response. Maybe it is. It's a different story for my cousin, though. She did learn how to swim a bit later. Some years later, my mom would retell the story to other people, and she did notice that we were drowning back then. But she recalled it jokingly, like she said this to my dad that time. Like, Dad, I think the kids are drowning. And my dad, who panicked, said, What? Where? Why didn't you say anything? Back then, I didn't know they had a new phone because all I cared about was having fun with my cousin. But after finding out later on, it kind of upset me because, like, Mom, we could have been dead, and you're over here focusing on the new phone. But yeah, that's all in the past. I don't resent her anymore, but looking back, it was kind of silly that I drowned. But yeah, it still rubs me the wrong way though. But I guess that's just how some childhood memories work. They stay with you even when the water's long gone. So, the moral of the story is keep your eyes on your children and don't get too distracted on something because things can go wrong real quick, you know? Well, I think that is all from me. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry if there is some pause mid sentences because I literally forgot. But yeah, thank you. Goodbye.